Jack Johnson, heavyweight champion of the world, defends his title against Stanley Ketchel in a scheduled 20-round bout. Here we go into round one. Johnson, much the larger man. He's 209 pounds to Ketchel's 160. A 49-pound weight pull for the big champion. Jack Johnson won the heavyweight title in Australia 10 months before this fight, when he knocked out Tommy Burns. Since then, Johnson has defeated all heavyweight contenders. When Stanley Ketchel, the middleweight champion, challenged Johnson, the whole world became interested in the outcome of this fight. 10,000 people are jammed into this arena. Many thousands more milling around outside, unable to get in. Some of these people traveled thousands of miles to get here. Some fight experts consider Jack Johnson the perfect fighter. He's a master boxer with an almost perfect defense, and he can hit like a ton of bricks. Stanley Ketchel is known both as the Michigan Marvel and the Michigan Assassin. He's a great two-fisted puncher. He's famous for his left shift, in which he moves to his left but comes in fast with a right lead, followed by a left hook, a tricky combination. Johnson has a terrific reach advantage as well as height and weight. Ketchel having trouble trying to get in close enough to land a punch. The end of round one. It's pretty hot under this California sun, and the seconds get to work right away. Back in just a moment. Now here we go into round two of this 20-round title bout between heavyweight champion Jack Johnson and Stanley Ketchel at Colma, California, October 16th, 1909. Johnson, the bigger man. The crowd yelling at Johnson to fight. Cut out the holding. Jim Jeffries, the retired former heavyweight champion, has promised to return to the ring and regain the title from Johnson if Ketchel doesn't win today. Johnson says he'd be very glad to meet Jim Jeffries in the ring. He claims that Jeffries never would give him a shot at the title, that Jim always was afraid of him. When Johnson fought Tommy Burns in Australia, Jack gave Burns such a terrible beating that the police stopped the fight in the 14th round to save Tommy's life. Ketchel is down. That was a terrific right to the jaw. Takes a count of 5. He looks all right. He's still got a lot of fight left in him. Ketchel's seconds keep yelling at him to cover up and make Johnson lead, but Ketchel keeps carrying the fight to Johnson. Ketchel had figured he could beat Johnson by getting in close and hitting to the body, but it hasn't worked so far. Johnson's been holding him off and outboxing him. When Ketchel does get in close, Johnson ties him up. The end of round two. In the next 5 rounds, Ketchel keeps carrying the fight to Johnson. The champion seems overly cautious. Now here we are in round 8 of this 20-rounder between Jack Johnson, heavyweight champion of the world, and Stanley Ketchel here at Colma, California. Jack Johnson, the bigger man, in complete command, smiling confidently, seems to be toying with Ketchel. Johnson's very fast for a big man. He's much faster than he looks. His flat-footed shuffle gives a false impression that he's slow. The crowd yelling at the referee to break him up and make Johnson fight. Stanley Ketchel's recognized as one of the truly great fighters, regardless of weight. But this fight with Jack Johnson here today is the great moment in Stan Ketchel's life. If he wins, he'll be the first fighter in all history to hold both middleweight and heavyweight titles at the same time. A half punch, half push sends Ketchel flying across the ring. Shows the great difference in weight and power between these two men. Looks like the old story of a good little man against a good big man. The end of round 8. In the 9th round, Johnson keeps slashing Ketchel's face with a stinging left jab. Now here we go into round 10. Ketchel's face is badly cut up, but Stanley has lots of heart. No one ever denied that Stanley Ketchel is one of the most courageous men ever to step into the ring. Johnson's been boxing very cleverly. He's been letting Ketchel set the pace and wear himself down. So far, Johnson has just been peppering away with his jab and counterpunching. He's using as little energy as possible. Johnson hold Ketchel out. Looks like the champ isn't ready to knock Ketchel out yet. These men hate one another. There's a lot of bitterness between them. Before the fight, Ketchel said some nasty things about Johnson, and Johnson said he was going to punish Ketchel for it, cut him up badly, and then knock him out. Ketchel trying desperately to get in close, to hit the champion into the body. But he can't get through Johnson's clever defense. The left side of Ketchel's face is badly mauled and bruised. This fight is so lopsided, it looks as though Johnson could knock Ketchel out any time he wanted to. That Johnson's like a panther. The end of round 10. Ketchel's badly cut up and hurt, but Johnson's not even breathing hard. Back in just a moment. In the 11th round, Johnson smashes Ketchel all over the ring. Now round 12, Colma, California, October 16th, 1909. Johnson is down. It was a terrific right to the jaw. The referee's count seems fast. Johnson's up at 8. He's mad. Ketchel's excited, comes in wide open, takes a right square in the jaw. They're both down. Johnson gets up and the referee counts over Ketchel. The great Stanley Ketchel, the Michigan assassin, is out cold. Jack Johnson retains his heavyweight championship of the world.